Hello everyone, here we are, Southern Pines hole 4, par 4. And here you can see what we're up against here. And what I'll recommend, this is the second tee box. I usually use maybe about plus 20%. I'm actually going to use plus 30% in a situation like this where it's a straight tailwind. Now, I'm going to back off the topspin. Part of this is to, let you guys know that, you don't need the best clubs. It looks like, I have the best clubs, but that's really not an indicator. More so than anything, you're just going to want this curl. And also keep in mind that I'm kind of visualizing, 6 rings down as my land zone. And as I mentioned, just kind of use this power bar. You can see that I'm not adding any power when I go about curling this. So I'm being very careful with the method that I use and make sure that I keep it well short. And you can see, plus 30%. Expect the ball to launch very much down. And getting it over here is going to give you a very nice angle for a nice sniper. For most situations, if it's a tailwind, we might go to a max B52, but it's going to give you a very nice angle. Here you can see my opponent has an Pak 4. Don't even be hindered. You can copy my shot with a Pak 4. So it's not risky. It just has a little bit lower accuracy, but nothing that you have to be afraid of. You really want to go over to that right 90% of the time. As long as you have, a Pak 5, a Pak 4, somewhere in that range, you could get over to that right-hand side. But I would probably recommend with a Thor's hammer and maybe, just getting a little bit more aggressive with the way that you curl it. Now, what I usually do for this hole is maybe just a little bit, it's a little bit uphill. So I'm going to use 5% less. I'm also going to be very close to min, as you can see. Min was right here. So I'm going to play accordingly. You can see what I'm doing with my ball guide. I'm kind of offsetting it right in here. And you can see that I'm also going to need about 6.3-ish rings. So that's what I'm going to be shooting for here, right around here. Also keep in mind of my, disappointing. Let's see how this rolls out. I do expect it to come in right. Ooh, it's actually coming in hot too. So that means the angle that I'm pulling. It's one reason I hate side winds in this game. You really can't tell if it's going to come in hotter or if it's going to come in, a little bit faster. So even if you, have that needle completely straight up, it's very hard to know whether to offset your ball guide shorter or longer because you can't tell if it's a headwind or tailwind. So in that case, it's obviously a tailwind and it actually launches a little bit faster than it should. So just something to think about. But, all in all, we have a very straightforward, easy opportunity. And as I mentioned, 90% of the time we're going to go over to that right-hand side and give ourselves that nice straightforward approach. It's going to be very, very makeable. That's one of the biggest reasons I want to encourage you guys to go about going that way. So, good luck there, guys, with this hole. I'm going to split this one up and catch you guys on the shootout so that way I can, give them individualized videos.